Okay, before we start, if you count how many times I say like in this video and you get it right, then you win a prize. Just kidding, I don't have anything to give you, but seriously, I say like so much. Okay, bye. Hey guys, it's Maddie and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video on confidence and starting a YouTube channel. I've been getting a lot of DMs from girls asking me like, I really want to start a YouTube channel, but I'm afraid people are going to make fun of me. Um, I've noticed that you're like a confident person, like how do you stay confident? So I thought I would just make a video about it since like a lot of people have been asking me. Um, and I'm doing it in this casual photo booth setting because it's more, intimate between you and me, and also I don't want to set everything up. So that's what I'm doing right now. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. I think first thing talking about this, I should tell you guys is I feel like I've always been a pretty confident person. I can't really tell you how I became confident, like how to become confident, because I never really, like, it was always kind of just a part of who I am. Ever since I was little, I've always been really confident. I've always been really weird, so I think that helps. When I was in fourth grade, my teacher said, like, Maddie, I love you because you march the beat of your own drum. I remember that very well, and I will always remember that. But I just think that's such a good explanation for me. I did go through a phase where I kind of tried to conform to what other people were doing, and that was like really hard for me. But then I realized I was really bored with my life because I wasn't being myself, and I was really bored with the person that I was. So, but other than that, like I've always been pretty confident. I've always been pretty sure of myself, and that's just kind of something that I've always had. I've never really I've always told people like I don't care what people think about me, and I know a lot of people say that and kind of put that up as like a front, but I don't really care. Like I've never really cared that much. As long as people like the one thing that like I do care when about what people think about me is if people say I'm mean, that makes me really upset because I don't want to be mean. Like I don't like when people think I'm mean. So I think as long as like people don't think you're mean or like um then like who cares what people think about you? Like it literally doesn't matter, and I'm going to get into that in into that more later, but kind of joining the two, confidence and starting a YouTube channel. I know it's like hard for me to sit here and be like, don't worry about what other people think about you, because that's such a cliche thing to say, and that's something you definitely have to work at over time. Just people in general, that's something that you have to work at. Like you don't get that right away. And I think one thing I would say, like, to gain confidence, confidence has always kind of come easy to me, but if you put yourself in situations where you're like, I really want to do this, but I'm not sure what people will think about it. If you take little steps, kind of going out of your comfort zone in a sense, like I feel like you will become more confident because you will learn that, you're going to put your happiness over what other people think of you. And I think that's really important. Um, Also, people love confident people. People see confident people and they're like, wow, that's what I want to be. People see ambitious people and they're like, wow, that's awesome that you can do that. There are people that have come up to me and be like, I think it's so cool that you started a YouTube channel. Like, I could never do that. People will come up to me and like, you're so good at makeup. Like, you're so good at what you're doing. So I think, as long as you have a good, strong group of friends around you that like reassure you, like, who cares? Like, yeah, you don't want to go to school every day and be like bullied. And if that's a problem, then that's like something you should, that's not your fault. Like, that's like everyone else's fault. But it like really doesn't matter. And I know that's like so easy for me to sit here and say, like, don't care about what people think about you. But for me as a person, like, I'm really good at laughing at myself. Like, That's another thing, like if you start a YouTube channel, make sure you don't put out content that you think this might embarrass my future self. Because I definitely did that. And I look back now and I can laugh at it and I'm like, wow, I was an idiot. But you know, make sure you don't do that. And like my friends, when they're putting on makeup, they'll be like, oh my gosh, hey guys, this is Mattie and welcome back to my channel. Like they'll like make fun of me like in a loving way, and I make fun of myself all the time too. You know, if that bothers you, that's something you should talk to people about. And I know for a fact that guys at my school watch my videos and like make fun of me. Like I know that happens. And I don't care. Like I really don't. Like people have told me like, "Hey, you know this person like, or like I heard that they were like watching your videos or they were like talking about your videos." And I'm like, "Cool, like they're watching me. Yeah, more views." Like honestly, it's like I'm sitting at home and like putting out content that people are watching and like doing something, and you're sitting at home watching my videos and making fun of them. So it's like, who's, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, if you're confident and you're confident in yourself and you're confident in what you're doing, and like, I know, like, I really love making videos, and you know, I know what I'm doing is entertaining people, and I know what I'm doing is inspiring people. And you sitting at your computer laughing at me is not doing either of those things. So I feel like I'm kind of, not like I'm a better person than you, but like, I kind of have it better in a way because, you know, I'm doing things that I love and I'm kind of bettering myself and the others around me. And I think that's really important to kind of note, is that, you know, you're doing something and they're not. And confidence is like kind of weird because it's like, you know, you get it as you grow older. Like that's something that you gain more of, and you like, because you figure out who you are, and that's something that's so hard too, is like as adolescents, like you're not sure who you are yet and you're trying to figure that out. And I think like making a YouTube, depending on what you do, will help you like, you know, express who you are and like try to like figure that out. I know for me, like I've gained so much confidence since I started YouTube. So if you're like wanting to gain confidence, like that's a good idea too, because like when I started doing makeup and stuff, I never thought I was like ugly. Like I never like looked in the mirror and was like, oh my gosh, you're hideous. But you know, I didn't really like, I mean, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, like I'm cute. But once I started makeup, I put it on and took it off so much, I would like look in the mirror and be like, I'm the same person. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the same person, like with or without it. And then I started thinking, you know what? Like I'm a good-looking gal. Like I can rock no makeup or makeup, and like that's something I've like learned from doing YouTube, like from doing this and like watching other people's videos and seeing how confident they are. That's kind of like inspiring to me. And so I think that's kind of something you learn along the way too, is you get more confident as you do it. And that's what I'm saying, like if you step out of your comfort zone a little bit, and do it a little bit more, like you can gain that confidence. But back to like people making fun of you, it doesn't matter. And I literally can't stress that enough. And I know that's like such a cliche thing, but it really doesn't matter. And like people can say whatever they want about you, but like it doesn't change who you are. It doesn't make that true. And at the end of the day, like you're you and they're not. So whatever you think about yourself is what's going to matter, because you're your own being. Like you are yourself and they're not. They're themselves. So most of the time when people, you know, put other people down, it's because they aren't as confident in themselves. And I know that's really cliche true too, but it's very true. And I think the more you become confident, the more you can, you know, use that to your advantage and, you know, be kind to people and like show love and show compassion. And like I think confidence definitely scares people away sometimes. Like I think like sometimes like me being confident around people like inspires people to be more outgoing. Like I've experienced that a lot. And I don't know, I just think confidence is something that everyone doesn't have. But my friends have told me I know I was like talking to my friends the other day and I was like, I feel like sometimes I'm like cocky, like because I'm so confident that I feel like I'm like flaunting myself. And my friends are like, no, like it's such a breath of fresh air to be around you because you're so sure of yourself. And that just makes me so happy. Like that made me so happy because I'm afraid that I'm being like not like humble enough, or I'm not um you know, not necessarily mean, but just kind of like annoyingly like full of myself, and I don't want to come across that way. Um, and I know that's like, then again, like who cares what you come across because you don't care what other people think about you, but it's also like, you know, I want to like glorify God, and like I want to show the love that like the love that like God has given me. So it's like I don't want to be like cocky and like selfish. Um, but like if you're doing something that you love doing, and you know, you're helping other people, or you're like inspiring other people, or you're just having a good time and it's not hurting anyone, and other people don't like what you're doing, who cares? It literally doesn't matter at all. Once you get out of high school, it's just it's stupid like trivial stuff that people care about now, and it literally doesn't matter. You're never going to see these people again except for like your high school reunion, and they're not going to be like, huh, that was the girl in high school that like made YouTube videos. No, they're going to be like, hey, I have 2 kids and my wife and like all this stuff, like taxes, like no one's going to care anymore. So it doesn't matter. And I think that if you want to make a YouTube channel and that's what you want to do it. And I think you'll become more confident by doing it, because I think it definitely made me more confident. And you know, just go for it. Dive right in. That's what I would say. Go for it. And if you don't like it, you don't have to do it for the rest of your life. It's not like you're not signing a contract. Like, you know, just have a good time. Like YOLO. But like seriously, like it doesn't matter what people think of you. Um, it doesn't. People, and honestly, people, you probably think people care about you way more than they actually do. Like people don't look at you and look at you in the hallway and think of all these things about you. People are so concerned about themselves that they honestly don't care that much. So I would say if you want to make a YouTube channel, go for it. And yeah, and if you guys have any more questions about confidence and such, make sure to. My foot is asleep right now, and it's driving me crazy. If you guys have any more questions about confidence and such, make sure comment them below, and I will try to answer them in the comment section. Also, this has been bothering me. My eyebrows are like uneven, and my glasses, like, look, this one's higher than the other, and it just bothers me so much. Anyway, so yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for, I really appreciate that you guys like DM me and like ask me this stuff. It just makes me like so like happy, like, oh my gosh, like people are like asking me things. Anyway, but yeah, so if you guys have any more questions, make sure to comment them below. If you have any suggestions of more videos that you want, if you like these like casual talky videos, please let me know, and I will see you guys next week. Love you, bye.